Okay, so here we are with more of section 8.1, part 1, and this is example number 4. So using the law of sines to solve all possible triangle, or to solve triangle. Come on. So we have what they've given us is angle B is equal to 50 degrees, side A is equal to 103, and side B is equal to 50 degrees. In our flow chart that I gave you, we have that all in terms of the fact that you have a given angle A, then we'd have to rename this one over here to be side A, because they have to match up still, and then we're going to rename this one to be side B. That way when you're going through the flow chart, you don't have to keep reversing the letters and getting them confused. So let's go ahead and just rename what we have here. Okay, so let's go to our flow sheet. Okay, so here's our flow chart. So first thing that we want to do is we want to decide, is the given angle that they've given us acute or obtuse? The one they gave us is 50 degrees, so that means that it's going to be acute. Then we need to go down and look at the side lengths. Is side A less than or greater than? And in this case, side A is less than B. So therefore, we come down to this case, which this is our ambiguous case. This is the case that takes a little bit more work. So once we know we're here, then we're going to go a step further. We're going to use the law of sines to determine if angle B exists or not. If it does not exist, then the answer is no solution. If it does exist, then we've got this whole 4 or 5 step process that we have to go through. So switching back to our other screen, so we are going to find the sine of B. So starting off with the pair that they have given us, they give us A is equal to 50 degrees and side A is 50, a length of 50. So I can take the sine of 50 over 50 and say that that must equal the sine of angle B, which we don't know, so sine of B over side B, which is 103. All right, so I'm going to cross multiply and solve this. I've got 103 sine of 50 equals 50 sine of B, and then divide both sides by 50. Don't cancel those 50s out. So we're going to do all that on our calculator over here on the left hand side. 103 sine 50 over 50 is equal to the sine of B. So after going through all of that on your calculator, you're going to get the sine of B is equal to 1.578. Okay, this is a problem because the amplitude of the sine function is 1. There's no value in front of sine that's greater than 1. So if you were to look at your graph of the sine function, that graph is never going to get higher than 1 or lower than -1. So sine of B is never going to equal 1.578. There's nowhere on that it's going to equal 1.578. So the other thing you could do, if you didn't realize that, that's fine. You would just go on and you do the arc sine of 1.578. Go ahead and try that on your calculator. What do you get? Well, you notice if you try to do the arc sine of 1.578, you're going to get no solution or an error. Okay, so that is going to be the one instance where you're going to get no solution for those types of triangles. And then that's our answer. Okay, next we have example number 5. Solve triangle ABC for angle A. So that's an angle, side, and another side. So here we are again, another angle, side, side. We're going to follow through with that flow sheet. So let's go look at our flow sheet. We've got angle of 38.6, so that's acute. And then we had side of 186.2 for A, and B is 249.5. So in this case, we have an acute angle with A being less than B again. So here we are, right back to here. So first thing that we needed to do is determine if angle B exists. So same thing, we're going to go through, see if we can find a B. If we can find a B, and I'll just tell you that this example it does work. So last time we went this direction. This time we're going to go this direction. So step 1, use the law of sines to find two values for b. Find b sub 1 and b sub 2. Then we're going to split that into two columns so that we have two separate spaces to work, because what we're really finding is two separate triangles. Okay, so now we know that we're going to have two separate triangles. We're going to have to split up our work, but let's go ahead and just find the sine of b first. So what is a pair? Do they give us a pair? They give us the sine of a and the side of a. So the sine of 38.6 over 186.2 equals, let's find the sine of b, and side b is 249.5. Cross multiply, or let's see, really all we have to do is just multiply the 249.5. Yeah, that'll make it easier, won't it? Just multiply that over there, and then that's gone, and then we have the sine of b. Okay, so sine of b is equal to all of that, which I should have that written down here, 0.83597, which is less than 1. That's a good thing. And so now go ahead and find your arc sine of that value. So b is going to equal 56.7172, and let's call that b sub 1. And then b sub 2, we would find b sub 2. Now normally with sine we would do pi minus, but remember here we're working with degrees. So instead of pi, 180 is the equivalent to pi in degrees. So we would do 180 minus the 56.7178. And then that'll give us our b sub 2 value, which is 123.2828. And those are our two values that we need to find the rest of the triangles for. So b sub 1 equals 56.7172. And let's just make a column here. We can do the rest of our work. And then over here, we're going to figure out the other triangle with b sub 2 equals 123.2828. Okay. So on this one, the next thing that we need to do is we need to find angle C. That's angle C is our next step. Well, we know angle A is equal to 38.6. We know angle B is 56.7172. So to find the measure of angle C, we are going to take 180 minus the sum of angle A plus the sum of angle B. So angle A was 38.6 plus 56.7172. And we end up with angle C equals 84.6828. Okay, good job. Probably better look at that one again, Sage.
Which one is that?
Well, I was only looking at one of them, but I don't think that that's probably right. Okay, and I'll have to help you in a minute. Then we need to find side C. So we're going to take the sine of 38.6 divided by the side of A, which is 186.2, equals the sine of angle C, which we just found to be 84.6828, all over side C, which we don't know yet. Cross multiply, do all of your math there, and you should end up with side C equaling 4.803. Okay, so that is all for triangle number 1. So triangle number 1 has angles. So measure of angle 1 is 38.6 Angle B is 56.7172. Angle C, 84.6828. Then we had side A equals 186.2. That one was given. Side B is also given 249.5. And side C is given, or we found, at 4.803. So that gives you all of the information of the first triangle. So second triangle, we're going to do all of the same thing. So we have angle A equals 38.6. Angle B, this time we're doing B sub 2. So this time angle B is equal to 123.2828. So to find the measure of angle C, we're going to do 180 minus the sum of 38.6 plus 123.2828. Okay. And do all of that on your calculator. You should come up with the answer of 18.1172. Then, using the information they gave us, we're going to sine of 38.6 over 186.2 equals the sine of angle C, which we just found, 18.1172, divided by the side C, which we have not found yet. That's what we're trying to find. And then when you go through and do all of that math, solve for C, you should get 92.8081. 8081. Okay. So go through, do all of that. This up here, just cross multiply. Come on, come on. Okay. Cross multiply on that one, and then you'll be good. And then that's all we have to do. So then we would rewrite again over here. So triangle 2. Why? Hello? Okay, I gotta pause for a second. Okay, we're back again. So triangle 2 is then we would list all of its angles. So angle A, and I'm not going to do all of them, but just so you know, that's angle B would be this angle. Angle C would be the 18.1172. Sides, they already gave us two sides, and then just add the third side of 92.8081. And that's all for example number 5.